The Manchester derby is a massive game anyway, but the fact that Ten Hag coached Bayern Munich's reserves when Guardiola was Bayern Munich coach adds a layer of tactical intrigue because they know each other so well. So, let's see how the game might pan out on the whiteboard. Man City have been defensively vulnerable this season, and part of the reason for that has been their inability to deal with the high press, which has resulted in them giving the ball away in dangerous areas. Going to screenshots of Newcastle v City, we can see the pressure Newcastle have put on City in their own half, and this forces Gundogan to give the ball away. In the same play, the ball ends up with Cancelo, and again we can see Newcastle's high press and the pressure this has put Cancelo under, and he gives the ball away this time. United will have to pick their moments when they press City, but at the right time, they can force turnovers. We all know by now that Pep likes to push his fullbacks infield, which allows City's eights to push on, which creates a huge central overload. Going to screenshots of City v Dortmund, we can see the central positioning of Cancelo and Stones, who played right back in this game. The best way for United to deal with City's inverted fullbacks is to tuck their outside forwards, infield, out of possession. This will mean that United's midfield won't get pulled out of position to engage City's inverted fullbacks, which would leave players like De Bruyne and Silva in space behind them. We know that City are great exponents of opening up the space in the wide and half space areas. But there is one tactic that they use over and over which creates a lot of space for De Bruyne out wide. When City invert their fullbacks, it bunches the opposition up centrally, but City always maintain touchline to touchline width with their outside forwards. This is to stop the opposition's fullbacks tucking in, to keep the back four stretched across the field. From central areas, they switch the ball out wide. The outside forward then dribbles in field, taking the fullback with him. De Bruyne then looks to make these wraparound runs to attack the space vacated, which pulls a midfield player with him. It's at this crossover of positions when the wide and half spaces open up. Usually, the outside forward plays De Bruyne in to put dangerous balls into the box for Haaland. Going to screenshots of City's game against Villa, Silva is on the ball and we can see that he's going to take the ball in field, and De Bruyne is looking to attack the space that Silva is vacating. Silva plays the ball to De Bruyne, who puts a great ball in for Haaland, who scores. Going to screenshots of City's game against Wolves, the ball is switched out to Foden. From here, De Bruyne knows Foden is going to go in field, and he is already making that wraparound run. Foden plays De Bruyne in, and he puts a great ball in again for Grealish this time, who scores. So, how do United stop this? City are banking on their movement, pulling players out of position, so all United have to do is hold their positions. When the outside forward goes in field, the fullback holds their position, and when De Bruyne makes his run on the outside, instead of going with him, our midfield player plugs the half space. So, when this rotation of City's players happens, they are met with defensive players and not space. Passing players on is a test of organisation and communication, but it's the best way to stop getting pulled all over the pitch. With the ball, we know we are dangerous on the transition, but how do we impose that on City to hurt them? City's inverted fullbacks leaves huge gaps on the outside of their centre-backs, who are usually the only players in defensive positions. The way City stop teams exploiting this is with an aggressive counter-press, to stop teams playing out and getting into these areas. But if you can beat City's counter-press, there is loads of space to attack. In City's game against Dortmund, this is a classic City counter-press situation, but 3 quick passes from Dortmund, and they are on the outside of City centre-backs, attacking this space. The Devil's verdict is, most of this video has been about what United need to do without the ball, and that is the key to the game. If we play well without the ball, we will get opportunities to score. Because of that, my match prediction is 2-2. Let me know in the comments your match predictions. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.